Hello everyone and welcome back to another Top Heroes video. We're going to start a series going over hero gear and exclusive weapons. This first video is just going to be a discussion of hero gear, how to promote them, where to get them, and how to accurately increase their levels so that way you're maximizing your potential. Let's go ahead and get right into the video. So to begin, let's go over the Blacksmith. So the Blacksmith is the building that you're going to be using to forge your hero gear. When you're looking at your villagers, you want to reduce the forge time. So make sure that you're getting villagers upgraded that are focused on reducing your forge time, because it does take many hours to produce a legendary piece of equipment. So there are multiple options with your Blacksmith. You're able to make your sword, chest plate, boots, and helmet. You can dismantle. So if you have a lot of excess, go in and dismantle, and it's going to give you some raw material that you can use to craft better material and get enough gold ingots to produce the legendary piece of gear that you are wanting to make. When you're first starting, you're going to want to make sure that you get your primary faction team to all legendary gear as soon as possible. In order to do that, you're going to be destroying or dismantling your epic gear to produce more of the amethyst plates so you can craft and get the solar ingots. So where are we going to be getting all of these extra epic pieces of gear? Just like with our decoration, if we go into our adventure mode, we can see what bosses are dropping what kinds of rewards. So scrolling down here, we can see that if we defeat Viperlash Ginny enough times, we can get 5 out of the 5 epic boots. Same with Sacred Deer. You can get helmets. So this is where you're going to be finding most of your gear. So farming these bosses in the adventure mode is going to be your best bet in getting the materials that you need to craft your legendary gear. There are other options though. You can go into your shop, guild store, and guild points. This is going to be the cheapest way for you to purchase iron ingots, amethyst plates, and solar gold ingots. You're not able to just straight up purchase a weapon unless there's some kind of pack whenever you're first starting. That might give you enough material to purchase that. You can also get daily packs that are gear upgrade packs, and then that will allow you to purchase more amethyst plates. However, I would not waste your money on these packs as they are not that important. You can get plenty of the resources you need just by completing that story mode, adventure mode. And that's also why, if you go back to my free-to-play guide on purchasing stamina, why you need so much stamina, because it's going to just burn through stamina as you're trying to get all of the gear drops that you can get from adventure mode. All right, so now we have the equipment we need to dismantle. We can go in and dismantle some pieces of gear, and we can see that we have the ability now 1,169 solar gold ingots to make a piece of gear. So we are going to make a helmet. You just click forge. And you can notice that there's also the option for faction specific. And this requires an additional piece called a Titan mark. The bonus to using Titan marks and making it a faction specific piece of gear is a 30% increase to damage or attribute bonuses for that piece of equipment. So where are we going to be getting these Titan marks? The easiest and best way to get Titan marks is going to be under your guild store vault key. So always purchase these vault keys first, like I had mentioned previously in my last video. And then you're able to go, and at the end of that run through, you'll get a free Titan mark. You can also get Titan marks from the Star Gems shop. So it's 240 star gems. This is something that requires you to spend money, so just be wary of that. These don't come cheap, so make sure that you know exactly which faction you're wanting to focus on. That's part of the reason why it's important to pick your faction early. You can convert these pieces of gear, but it's essentially just burning an extra Titan mark, so make sure that you are really just using them on the pieces of gear that you're wanting to focus on. Now let's go ahead and dive into upgrading our hero gear. So you can see that on my Wukong, we are plus 40 on all of our pieces of gear. So if we just click into one of these pieces of gear, we can see the faction bonus 30% for Horde using the Titan mark, what our gear attack and critical rates are, and then our base gear attack and gear HP from this piece of gear. Also note that different types of gear have different bonuses. So if you're going for attack, your boots and your sword are going to give you gear attack, and then either crit damage, which is what the boots give, or crit rate, which is what the sword gives. It's important to put attacking pieces of gear early on your DPS. And then if we look at the helmet, you'll want to put the helmet and the chest plate on your tanks. So taking a look at this, we can see the helmet gives gear HP, normal attack damage reduction, and the chest plate gives block and gear HP. So this is the information that each piece of gear gives you. Now let's take a look at the Enhancement Master. Enhancement Master is an additional bonus that you get to those base stats according to every 10 levels that you level up your hero gear. There is the legendary, there's rare, epic, and legendary rarity. And then for each 10 levels, you'll be getting those bonuses. Epic stops at 30. Legendary lets you go all the way up to 40. So that's why it's also important to make sure that you're putting legendary gear on all of your strongest Q instead of just having epic on everybody. Mixed gear will mess up Enhancement Master. If I have one piece of epic and 3 pieces of legendary, it's going to lower me to, if it was a plus 30 epic and 3 plus 40 legendaries, it's going to lower that attribute bonus to plus 30 and make it the rarity of epic. So that is going to decrease the effectiveness of that build. So how do we want to level up our gear? You're going to want to make sure that you always level them up in intervals of 10. That way you're always hitting those max bonuses for your Enhancement Master. Focus on your strongest heroes first. So you'll want to make sure that whatever faction you choose, your best DPS and your best tank are who you're focused on increasing first, and then your support characters should be last. Once a piece of gear reaches level 40, you are going to be able to unlock promotion. It's going to cost 195,000 or gear enhancement runes to reach level 40 on one piece of gear, and then you unlock promotion. So promotion is going to continue to allow your gear to get attribute bonus increases, and then it gives you extra stats as well. So at the end, once you reach that max star, you get 13% damage increase on your boots. So our max martial command sword is giving us a bonus of 13% damage increase because we've reached that star level. What does it cost to promote your gear? You're going to need those same gear enhancement runes that you've been using from level 1 to level 40. It will now cost you more ingots. You will need legendary promotion stones and mythic stones. Legendary promotion stones are the material that you need to, once you have gotten it from to the end of the first star, so each star has 5 levels, you will need to use a number of legendary promotion stones to increase your gear. It costs a total of 50 legendary promotion stones to max out one piece of gear. And on the last leg, so trying to get that last 5th star, it is going to cost you 10 of the mythic promotion stones. These are very rare in the game. They only come out with certain events. So when you do see them, make sure you're trying to purchase these if you can. That way you have some on hand once you've maxed out a piece of gear. That way you can get that 13% increase. So all in all, to max out a piece of gear, it is going to cost 6,000 solar ingots, 498,750 runes, 50 legendary promotion stones, and 10 mythic promotion stones. That's going to give you crit rate increases of 10.4% if it's going to be your sword, another 10.4%, and then that 13% damage increase. It'll take a little while to get there, but it is going to give you a nice big damage boost for your heroes, or a big tanking boost for your heroes once you begin the promotion stages. Hopefully you guys found this gear video helpful. Make sure to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be leaving some information on the screen just as a recap over some of the most important pieces of information, and I'll see you all in the next one.